Hi, I'm Amy, and in this lesson, we're going to walk through the decision wheel so that you can better understand each of the 6 steps as you go through it yourself. This is the decision quality worksheet, which we call a decision wheel. And there are 6 sections to this wheel that you'll go through. And I want to go ahead and start with the frame. Now, when we think about frame, there are 2 different ways to kind of imagine it when we look at whole person decision making. And one is, how can I use my mind and kind of keeping a cool head and ask myself prompting questions? And also, how can I ask myself prompting questions that are warm heart questions? How can I kind of get in tune with how I feel about things, what's going on inside? So we really are looking to integrate these 2 aspects of a whole person in making a really robust decision anchored in who you are. So as we look at frame, useful perspective, that's your head. Meaningful inquiries is your heart. And then thinking about, what am I deciding? So you have bullet questions underneath. You know, like, slow down your process. Think about, what am I really deciding? We can think about having a big frame. If we're taking a photograph, we could take a whole landscape. We could take a photograph and zoom in on one tree. Or we could focus on that tree and maybe a little grove next to it. So it's really thinking about, what am I really considering in this decision? If you get stuck here, there's the sort yourself out exercise that will help give you focus on narrowing down what decisions you're making today. The next is alternatives. So we have distinct directions, exploring possibilities. An interesting aspect of alternatives is, like, this is mind opening up, thinking about different ways of considering alternatives. But also, a lot of times we just maybe get trapped in either or thinking and don't actually take time to go, wait, if I take this little bit from this one and this from this and this other part from here, I could make a hybrid solution that would be really amazing, and get me actually more of what I want. Information, I think we find information online, find information from other people, from credible sources, and thinking, like, what ifs, and figuring out, well, if I do this, what could happen? There's a lot of information you can gather around that. Values, we spent time at the very beginning about values, like my noble purpose. But we also want clear metrics. Things like, if I'm somebody who values safety, I might look at even car shopping differently because of that lens of safety, being safe for myself, my family, the people I care about. So to think in terms of clear metrics, of clear things we're measuring or that we're looking for that manifest those bigger values that we have. And finally, integration has insightful reasoning and an inspiring narrative. What you want to really look at is, did I consider all of these things? Did I not spend time in one of these areas that's less of my comfort zone? How can I make it a robust decision, making sure I've hit all of these things? And does it make sense to my mind, and does it feel right in my heart? Does that feel integrated? Do I feel like I can move forward with action? Oftentimes, if we're stuck, it's because we didn't consider something in one of these areas. The other thing that can happen is we actually solve the wrong problem. So just know you will jump around on this wheel. You're not just going to do it like a linear process. You're going to move around. You probably will jump back to frame. Am I really solving the right problem? Did I consider my values? Do these alternatives honor my values? This information informed this alternatives or my decision. So there's all kinds of things. Next week, we're going to worry about action, but I hope this is helpful to you.